Hey everybody, sorry, my kids have literally been leaving my doors open, so I've been going after flies like crazy, but that's not the only fly I'm coming after today. It won't be the only one here. Hasanabi, coming for you, man. Come on, get locked and loaded. This is the way we're doing things now, isn't it? Hey, at least mine has an orange tip. Just saying. It's so stupid, but... Oh, man. Gotta make fun of this idiot for being an absolute moron. Why do you hate our Constitution, Tim Pool? Well, let's see, what did Tim Pool say here? Well, it has everything to do with Gavin Newsom's garbage policies and having child slave labor on marijuana farms. Are you kidding me? It just doesn't get more comical than this, and sad at the same time. I guess it's just, you know, that comedic tragedy going on here. This dude's definitely probably some sort of theater kid who literally could not divide that from real life like most spoiled rich kids. Not even kidding. It's like most spoiled rich kids these days think the movies are real, and that our entire life should be like a movie, which is probably why they really like communism and other garbage like that. Just my own personal opinion there, right? So anyway, 10,000 retweets, 3.3 million views, sentiment is growing. Law enforcement isn't kidnapping family members. We don't know who the guy is that used a real version of what I just showed you. Children were not recovering labor, children were recovered doing labor on a MJ farm. If the left is willing to lie to defend this and argue for the right to bang cops there. Oh, wow, take that out of context, whatever. I assume escalation will only continue. And this is in response to this guy going, do we believe in the Second Amendment or not? If masked men refuse to identify themselves, start kidnapping your loved ones, do you not have a right to protect your family? Well, here's a problem with this whole image. All of these ICE officers have on vests that say ICE. Not to mention, they are literally coming out there to say, stop, you're under arrest. You know what I mean? It's kind of bizarre. We don't really have roving gangs of people here in the United States that are dressed up like police officers apprehending people. If we do, I'm pretty sure it'd be breaking news, but obviously haven't seen that yet. Anyway, a protester was seen apparently firing some kind of, blank at agents during the immigration raid at a farm near Camarillo. Camarillo, I think it is how it's said, on Thursday. It's unknown if anyone was injured during the chaos. It's really, really, really ridiculous. So they're talking about the Second Amendment specifically. I would assume, reading all this, however, that being said, the fact that they went there on a farm that's growing substances with children there. Kind of interesting that ICE knew to go there, isn't it? Kind of interesting that they somehow knew to go there. But of course, Hasanabi here is, why do you hate our Constitution? So I asked him specifically, of course, where in the Constitution does it say illegals can come here and stay here? 67 likes, 7 comments directly here, 7 commenters that I argued with for a while, that I had to completely debunk because the moron could not read the law. Where is... Was it just start putting other... Oh, okay, so here's the thread, and then it goes to other people. Anyway, oh, right. He said, it's not a crime, it's just a civil violation. You go here, you pull up the law, and then you find out section 1325 sets forth criminal offenses relating to improper entry into the United States by an alien. When it's criminal... What does criminal mean? Is criminal that hard to understand? Let's see here. It's not a crime. Well, what does criminal mean? Criminal offenses related to improper entry into the United States by an alien. That's pretty clear. Entry into a marriage for the purpose of evading immigration laws. I didn't actually really know that was illegal per se. I thought you could actually just marry someone and then it would be a lot easier. I guess that's not the case. I'm not necessarily against that per se, unless, the marriage is annulled within a few years. I would say that it's like, hey, you can get married to them, but we better be able to verify that it's an actual marriage. Because I would think that if 2 people actually really get married, they can prove, hey, yeah, we've been dating a while, we're getting married, we're wanting to move here and stuff. I would be very, very lenient towards that. Especially if the person they're marrying is quite the upstanding citizen. It's like, hey, well, then this person falls on your shoulders. If there's a mess up, you're going to lose all privileges to be able to do anything like that again. Kind of maybe, you know, if they ended up getting a divorce too early or something like that, it'd be like, okay, well, now you just don't get to automatically help your partner. If you marry another foreigner, we will not allow you to do that again to bring them over and make them citizens quickly. They will have to just continue going through the normal processes and have to live overseas. That's the way I would see it. Maybe I'm wrong in that, and I'm willing to accept that because I've never really thought about it, to be honest. So that's just what kind of makes sense to me anyway. Anyway, the illegal immigration reform Number 3, establishing a commercial enterprise for the purpose of evading immigration laws. So really, I mean, it really mainly encompasses number 1, because that's going to be your most common improper entry into the United States by an alien. Very simple. But he kept trying to say, what is it? Amended 8 USC 1325 to provide that an alien apprehended while entering or attempting to enter the United States at a time or place other than as designated by immigration officers shall be subject to civil penalty. And he kept trying to just say, shall be subject to civil penalty. The problem is that only specifically goes to an alien that is apprehended while entering or attempting to enter, not one that has already entered. Tried explaining this to the guy, and then he blocked me. And it's like, the language is very clear here. This is literally catching a dude on the fence jumping over, or he just got through and took off running. They're the ones that are captured, and then it's civil penalty, get back over. One who is already in the United States, it's a little bit more complicated than that because they managed to get in so far and stay for multiple days, which also adds another charge of harboring. So that's kind of why this first part here is, as it says, criminal. I know the English language is just so hard for leftists. It's kind of wild. So anyway, Gavin Newsom here. Let's go over to him real quick before I get into the full story about the actual farm itself. This guy here, outside of the farm, started blasting at these people, and they're saying that they're all unidentified. Some kind of obvious giant riot shield, bunch of people. A lot of them are going to be in vests saying ICE. Kind of wild, right? Let's do the whole 22 seconds.
That report, and take a look at this video right here. It appears a protester fired some kind of gun at federal agents. This happened this afternoon. It was a really chaotic scene at the time. A lot of smoke was being
very cray-cray
launched at the protesters, and again, it appears a protester fired back with that weapon. It looks like he fired at least a couple of times. We have not heard about any agents.
I don't know if it's like it might not even be something deadly that he's using. I'm not sure. I don't know. It probably is exactly what they said. It's just really hard to tell at that angle. They probably have better video that'll be coming before too long. So anyway, he says, Libs of TikTok posted, breaking, anti-ICE protester just pulled it and fired on him in California. Said, will Gavin Newsom condemn this? Very polite, asking a question. And he says, of course I condemned any assault on law enforcement, you S-poster. Now do January 6th. Okay, we can do January 6th. Who was injured? Gavin. There was a guy 48 hours later that had a heart attack. That's something, right, I guess? That you all keep trying to say, oh, his heart was broken because he saw the Capitol just have people in it. He broke his little heart. That gentleman was not harmed. And that did not cause him to be harmed. His incident of how he ended up passing, unfortunately 48 hours later, had nothing to do with January 6th. But they'll still keep peddling that garbage. And it's absolutely ridiculous. January 6th is the only thing the left can point to. And that was 5 years ago. Think about that. The left has so many violent incidents. Actually, violent riots. None of them are protests. That have happened every single year since 2017. Don't play stupid. Anyway, we'll go up here. This is just a total and complete lie. No laws have changed to require new low-income housing. No mandates to rebuild entire buildings as affordable exist. None? Absolutely none? In California? I know for a fact that's a lie. I know somebody who's in California that chose to go there essentially for that stuff. The state announced a grant which developers can choose to apply for. The grant doesn't change anything. It simply helps disaster-impacted communities recover and meet their pre-existing housing plans. Did this go for, was that the way it was in the, what was it, the Palisades? Is that what it was called? Which is especially important for working communities like Altadena? It's absolutely shameful how the right-wing misinformation machine continues to weaponize the recovery of a beautiful community like the Palisades. Yeah, Palisades. Okay, I thought so. Well, as far as I know, nobody's even... Are people even allowed to go to their homes yet in the Palisades? It's kind of wild, isn't it? Anyway, so Arkansas governor signs bill rolling back child labor protections. Well, let's see about this. I wonder. What's exactly the headline there? Governor signs bill rolling back. Let's see. Let's see if this is true. Let's see. Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders signed a bill into law that this week that rolls back a number of child labor protections across the state, including a measure that had required employers to obtain work certificates for children under the age of 16. Okay, so now they just don't have to have work certifications. They can just apply at the age of 16 and get the job without having to go through permission slips. Okay. The governor believes protecting kids is most important, but the permit was an arbitrary burden on parents to get permission from the government for their child to get a job. Okay. That's completely and totally ridiculous. So that is absolutely insulting. You are a lying a-hole. That is absolutely unacceptable, you know, for Gavin Newsom to lie like that. DeSantis has solution to Florida's labor shortage. Teenagers. Okay, what? Why are teenagers not allowed to get a job, Gavin? We're talking about slave labor. And you're like, oh, well, look at this. Lawmakers roll back protections amid rising child labor safety violations in Indiana. And as it turns out, it's just getting rid of literal work permits so they can just apply themselves. These teenagers have to go apply for the job, right? I was very fortunate to be able to work as a teenager. That was a very, very nice thing. I can tell you that. I was a pizza delivery driver for a while. Very nice job, actually. Iowa bill relaxing back child labor laws sparks outrage. This is just crazy. Really? Iowa bill, let's see. Iowa bill rolls back. No, whatever. Let's just see if I find it. Let's see. Where, man, where is it? This is just crazy. I'll just type that in. This is just crazy. There we go. Sparks outrage. What's crazy about it? Let's see. I'm genuinely curious. A new bill rolling back child labor laws in Iowa allows 14-year-olds to work hazardous jobs. Get out of the way. Hazardous jobs in the mining, meatpacking, and logging sectors, as long as they are done under an approved training program that has been harshly criticized by Democrat state senators and labor rights experts. Okay, so nobody's being forced to go in there. It's, again, not slave labor. A 14-year-old decides, hey, I want to go into this job. Stop with the pop-ups. Automatically, I'm done with that. I don't understand. I genuinely don't understand. Why is that an issue? It's not like you're putting kids out there without safety equipment or anything like that. Just absolute total lies. Total lies. Then he says, we prosecute criminals that break child labor laws. You make the kids pose for photos, tear gas them, and promote laws like this. What? Promote laws? They're not promoting laws. They're getting rid of a few laws. A few ridiculous laws. I don't see anything wrong with a 14-year-old working at a meatpacking company. I don't see anything wrong with a 14-year-old working in a mine. It is up to them to do so, as long as they are on the payroll, not making less than minimum wage, and not being forced to be out there against their will. I don't understand why in the world Gavin Newsom would have a problem with that. That's completely ridiculous. Anyway, here, let's take a look at this. These are the juveniles found in the marijuana facility, almost all accompanied, one as young as 14. California, are you ready to partner with us to stop child exploitation? These people are illegal. They are not on any job roles at all. They are not on payroll. Absolutely not. They are working illegally. That's the problem, Gavin. Not very hard to figure this out. Okay? The Democrat Party child trafficking... I can't talk today. The Democrat Party's child trafficking is a terrible crime that must never be ignored. California policy continues to shield illegal immigration at all costs. This is insane and evil. I don't understand why it's so difficult for the left to figure this out, okay? Undocumented kids found during raid of Ventura County farm. Undocumented. It means they're not legal. They're not on payroll. They don't have protections. They're not protected by the law. They do not have any type of rights. They do not have any type of insurance. They don't have any of this stuff. And you're comparing it to Iowa and Arkansas and every other state allowing kids to apply for a job with their social security number, to get onto a payroll, to have benefits, and to start working. It is two completely different worlds of citizens getting a job versus illegal immigrants. How is this so freaking hard to understand? ICE and CBP law enforcement dodged literal... Yeah, I mean, you know, we already got to this, so... Anyway, I just wanted to bring up a couple other things that all these other ones, you know. This one, Fox 11, undocumented kids, ICE actually coming out and giving their full statement on it, so you could go to the actual DHS government website, New York Post, and then other mainstream media is spinning it other ways. It's unbelievable, or they're not even talking about it at all. Actually, let me see. Migrant kids, Ventura. Do we even get any mainstream media? KTLA, I want to see actual, like, where is CNN on this? Literally, where is CNN? Los Angeles Times, let's find CNN. I want to know where CNN's at. Is CNN even going to cover this? MSNBC, CBC, I don't know, whoever. Oh, here we go. Way back here in 2014. Not even going to cover it. CNN is too good to cover this. That's crazy, isn't it? Most mainstream media is not covering this at all. New York Times, but a month ago. So, literally, no new stories at all. So, just Fox 11 Los Angeles Times, about 200 arrested in chaotic immigration raid at MJ Farm. One worker reportedly, he fell, and wow, that's a bummer. And that's it. That's all we really get. We just get the straight story here. We don't have any mainstream media really covering this other than central to right wing. Kind of wild how that works, isn't it? Just absolutely insane. So let's go up here. Here we go. Okay, I guess that's it. Sir is rich Fox News and the Trump admin to point to campaign donations to Democrats when in fact the CEO is a Trump supporter who donated to my recall and has given to more Republicans. Let's see. The president of Glasshouse Farms, which has 2 MJ farms raided by ICE, Border Patrol, and Camarillo yesterday, has donated thousands of dollars to Democrats in California, including 10,000s to... Okay, so you think... Okay, so apparently this guy just donates to every single political party ever? Really? Well, we have actual proof right here that this had happened, right? Actual proof. Federal Election Commission records. There you go. What's his name specifically so I can look it up? Just to make sure. Co-founder, president, and board of director Graham Farrar. Okay, let's see. Nope. Don't make noise. I do not consent. Farrar, where is it? Let's see. Okay, I'm not looking at the right thing. Who self-identifies as social media as residing in Santa Barbara, California, has made numerous political donations to the Santa Barbara County Democratic Central Committee. Okay. Santa Barbara County... Okay, Farrar Graham. Oh, okay, so Farrar Graham. Okay, so this is all him. Oh, I just didn't see him over here. Farrar Graham. All of this. Let's see. I don't see anything at all for Trump. Nothing for Trump whatsoever. Graham Farrar, so 17, this is all of them. So Gavin Newsom is, again, lying. Straight up lying. Just fantastic work, Gavin. I'll post this on there too. So if anybody sees at all, I'm going to link this right down here in the description below. This whole thing. If anybody dares to defend what Gavin Newsom has said, show them this. Show them this, that Gavin Newsom is lying. Hasan Piker, well, you're just a piece of garbage. Nobody likes you. You don't even like you. God, just shut up, Hasan. You're such an idiot. You're such a stupid idiot. Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you all in the next one. Later.